So let's fast forward. It's got interesting. Since I left you, I have rounded over the neck. I've used a router bit rather than rasps or anything because I didn't want to hack chunks out. We have profiled the neck, the headstock. I've done the dots, and it's had a dousing in shellac just to hold everything together. But this is where it gets interesting. There's some quite unnerving creaking noises coming from here whenever I apply pressure to it, so I'm going to do something to reinforce it. Let's go over here. Option 1, which I've ruled out, I'm going to drill through into the neck with some rods, or just drill the holes and fill them with epoxy. Not going to do that. I don't have the equipment. So I figure I can either put a couple or one piece along here. A volute would be nice, but probably too late for that carry on. So materials I have available. I first thought this piece of MDF would be useful, but that's not strengthening anyone. And I thought maybe actually strips of plywood would be very pretty. Again, it's not that strong, but I think it might be stronger than that. Got a couple of pieces, but they've got voids in really inconvenient places where I wanted to be strong. But that's okay. Got the body off cut, which I can take some from. Next option was going to be some just pine, random pine I've got laying around. And this does have strength. I pause then because I've just remembered I have half a bamboo chopping board here. That I think would be marvellous in that gap actually. I'm going to cut a strip off here and see where that leaves us to see how strong it is. So, bamboo, the material I didn't even consider as an option, is the outright winner here. So it is actually very strong in that direction, so I think I'm going to just go with one strip, one fat strip. Although, two ones in that, no, I can't go very deep with it anyway because there are things in there. I need a homing beacon on the camera. So we have a strip of bamboo, which is actually nice and strong. There may be a bamboo guitar in my future. And I've cut out a channel. I'm going to glue and clamp it together. Job's a good one. So I've removed the sticky outy bit. Let's move it off. Right, let's get this neck sanded down and fretted, and then we can move on to the body. I've decided not to use stainless steel frets in this one because it was almost the end of me. So I've got some nickel frets. I'm going to get them in. I'm not going to dwell on this procedure just because this is a series of videos and I'm sure there's a lot of experts out here. So after a bit of a disaster, I've run out of nickel frets because I've knackered all the tangs. So I'm going stainless steel for these ones. And I'm going to use shellac to hold them in place. Why shellac? Well, that's because that's what I've pre-finished the board with. So any glue we'd use would not mark it. If I was going to finish in something else, I'd use that. And let's see if they're going to stay in place. They do appear to. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so the last build I did, I was terrified of stainless steel frets because they were so hard to work with, but it turns out that with the right nippers for the ends, they cut quite easily. And one of these, they file down really quickly as well. This was quite cheap on Amazon, I think. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. It came with one file. I've put one of my own files in the other side just because I'm lazy. Right, here we go. Now I should probably be using super glue or something here, but I just don't want to stain the precious MDF board. So I'm just chasing some more shellac that's thickened up into the ends of the frets. Just to fill those holes up, really. God forbid this doesn't look professional. So I can't actually remember what I've recorded or not now. So the frets are in. We have stainless steel frets from 1 to 5. I'm not sure if that was clear. Nickel frets all the way down the rest of the thing. That's because I couldn't get the nickel frets to sit this end. It might be a case that the radius was wrong. Who knows? So in the future, my shopping list is going to include proper fret bendy things and a cool, not a cool, what are they called? Press. Yeah. Oh, and a fret saw that's the right down width. Anyway, I'm going to slap some more finish on this and then let's leave it to sit and think about itself while we get on with the body.